Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning into this video. My name is Adam H. Cole, your couples financial counselor and money and relationships expert. And I help couples who love each other make sure that the money conversation doesn't get in the way. And I use art to help them draw out their money story so that they can heal their relationships to money and each other. Now, on today's video, I'm going to ask you a really important question. And if you stay to the end, you'll understand how to get the answer to this question. And I'll drop a link in the description to something I know you're going to love that's going to make your money conversations go more smoothly than you can even imagine. So, what's this magic question? Well, do you know what your partner wants? Think about it. Do you really know what they want? Maybe you know their favorite movie or their favorite food, but do you know what they want? Do you know what they dream of? Now, there's a secondary question here, which is do you know what you want and what you dream of? Now, you can do that work on your own, but if you don't know what your partner wants, then how are you going to live the life of your dreams and make sure that they have the life of their dreams too? If you don't know it, you can't possibly get there, right? So, the first thing to deal with in how to get there if we don't know the answer is well, what could be going on for your partner? And most commonly, what I see is people just think, you know what, I want something, but it's just not possible. I really love to be able to work remotely from anywhere and travel the world, but I just don't think it's possible. I don't see how it can happen. So at that point, they don't want to feel stupid or something by mentioning the idea, so they won't mention it at all. So that's reason number one. And I'll tell you the truth, even if something isn't possible, it's still valuable to know what it is. So something I like to do with my clients, and feel free to do this in your life and with your partners, if you could wave your Harry Potter magic wand and make anything in the world available to you, even if just suspend disbelief for a moment, it might not be possible, but what would that thing be? Just allow yourself to go there. And even, I get chills as I'm saying that, like the rush we get even from thinking of that is a wonderful experience of life to be able to feel that passion, excitement, aliveness in our bodies. So that's the first thing. They might think it's impossible, and then they're worried that they're gonna sound stupid if they bring it up. So the second thing is that they don't feel safe to talk about what they really want. And this could be for multiple reasons. Number one is they might fear judgment from you, especially if you've judged in the past, or maybe they just fear judgment in general. Maybe this is something from their childhood or past relationships. And another thing is just shame. A lot of us feel guilty or ashamed of wanting things, especially wanting nice things, especially wanting nice things that cost some amount of money, because we see all the things that are going on in the world and we're like, well, I shouldn't spend on this. I should put the money there. And it's a really complicated question about how to spend money in a ethical, moral way, right? But either way, even if you choose never to spend on these things, what you don't want is that you or your partner are kind of hiding inside of that shame and afraid to say what you really want. And if you're afraid to say what you really want around money, then it may also be showing up in other areas of your life. You may not be able to say what you want as far as where you're living, or as far as your career, or as far as your intimacy with your partner, or any things like this. And so it's a really powerful inquiry. And the way you can move through this shame is creating a safe space. Now, that might be easier said than done, right? But that's why I like to use something like the Harry Potter magic wand and just turn it into a fun exercise rather than something heavy. It's like, you know what? Let's just like talk about like the things we're normally afraid to admit that we want. Like, what if we had a magic wand? There was no consequences. Nobody would judge you. Nobody would be upset at you. Like, what would you want? And you could even turn it into a fun activity. And your job, when your partner tells you these things, there's no, oh my God, we could totally do that. Or, oh, we can't do that. Or, oh, you know how we could do that? For the beginning, just listen. Listen, show them that you're listening, and just validate what they think, because that is what's going to create the safe space for them to keep coming back to you and sharing their desires. And once you two have actually brought those to the surface, then you can actually look at which ones might be possible now and which ones you can work towards. And either way, even if none of them are possible right now, you will know your partner that much better. And that unto itself will create more closeness, more intimacy inside of your relationship. And that's what we all want. So that's the content for today's video. And just to recap, the top two reasons that I see why people don't know what their partner wants is because the partner thinks it's impossible and they don't want to look stupid by mentioning it, or because they have some sort of guilt or shame, or for whatever reason don't feel safe sharing with you. So your job is to ask questions. You can even make it fun, create the safe space for them to open up, and in the process you'll get to know yourself and your partner better. So I promised also something that I know you're gonna love. And if you check the description, there is a link to a special checklist I put together for you all. It's called the Essential Money Conversation Checklist. It's got the 7 things that you need to do in each money conversation. And if you do them, it will be a powerful, productive conversation that leaves you more intimately connected to your significant other than before. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're interested to connect with me further, I'll drop some links below. I've got a great Facebook group, and you can also contact me for a complimentary financial harmony consultation. I'll put that link in the description as well. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it on social media, subscribe to my channel for weekly Wednesday videos about money and relationships. And if you were inspired, share below what you learned from this video, whether you do or don't know what your partner wants and how you can use this content to develop greater intimacy. Thanks so much for watching.